Huh. Rocks, rocks him up speaker.
You may be seated. Members, today, before the opening remarks, with your kind indulgence, I would like to do the call of the roll first. Call of the roll.
Mr. Clark. Here. Mr. Green. Present. Dr. Holness. Dr. Chang. Mrs. Williams. Mr. Bartlett. Ms. Grange. Dr. Tufton. Mr. Mackenzie. Mr. Montague. Mr. Vaz. Mr. Chuck. Mr. Charles Jr. Mr. Morgan. Ambassador Marks. Mr. Samuda. Dr. Wheatley. Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn. Mr. Terry Long. Mr. Witter. Mrs. Dalrymple Filbert. Ms. Morrison. Ms. Lee. Mr. Donovan Williams. Mr. Main. Ms. Crawford. Mr. Delroy Williams. Ms. Hamilton. Mr. Sivright. Mr. Azan. Mr. Brown. Dr. Brown-Burke. Mr. Buchanan. Mr. Bunting. Ms. Burchell. Dr. Campbell. Mr. Cousins. Mr. Crawford. Ms. Daly. Dr. Dawes. Mr. Golding. Mr. Gordon. Mr. Hales. Mr. Hines. Mr. Hilton. Mr. Jackson. Ms. Jess. Mrs. Malahoo Fort. Mrs. Miller Bennett. Mr. Morris. Mrs. Nita Garvey. Mr. Newell. Mr. Paulwell. Mr. Phillips. Ms. Perkis. Mr. Robertson. Mr. Robinson. Dr. Russell. Ms. Shaw. Mr. Smith. Mr. Vaz. And Mr. Warmington. Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn. And Mrs. Williams. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
I now call this sitting of the House of Representatives to order for today, this 12th day of February 2026. I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to all the members of this honorable House, to our wonderful friends visiting the Parliament today, seated in the gallery, and to the many Jamaicans joining us online and through the various broadcast platforms. Today, we assemble at the commencement of a new legislative session. It is a moment of renewal of mandate, of responsibility, and of purpose. Admittedly, the last parliamentary session was very brief. Following the dissolution of Parliament for the general elections, our operation spanned only September 28, 2025 to February 9, 2026. Yet, even within the shortened period, the House demonstrated that impact is not measured solely by time, but by focus and commitment. We passed key legislations, including the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Amendment Act, the Financial Investigations Division Amendment Act, and the Cybercrimes Amendment Act. These measures strengthen our legal framework in areas of rehabilitation, financial accountability, and digital security, issues central to modern governance. Prior to the prorogation, important committee work was already undertaken. The review of the Domestic Violence Act had commenced. Also, the Green Paper on National Policy for Culture, Entertainment, and the Creative Economy. These matters remain active and carry significant national importance. We anticipate meaningful progress in this session. The Caucus of Women Parliamentarians also began its structured engagement. This is a welcomed and progressive development within our parliamentary landscape. Oversight remains robust. The PAC and PAAC continued their deliberations, reinforcing Parliament's constitutional role in scrutinizing expenditure and public administration. Their work is vital to accountability and public trust, and we look forward to receiving sound recommendations. Within our internal governance, the House Committee has been actively considering improvements aimed at enhancing the comfort, functionality, and modernization of our facilities for members and parliamentary staff. The long-standing aspiration for a new or expanded parliamentary building remains firmly before us. This was a key highlight in the recent Commonwealth Parliamentary Association benchmark report on the Parliament of Jamaica. However, we must also speak candidly about the realities we face. The administration of Parliament continues to operate under staffing constraints that affect capacity and the pace of delivery of service. We are actively advocating for additional personnel to better support members in the execution of their legislative and representative functions. We are also contending with ongoing space, access, electrical, plumbing challenges within the building. This, being an antiquated building, has given rise to issues that might impact the structural integrity of the facility. For example, the Jamaica Council of Persons with Disabilities Accessibility Assessment Report on the Parliament building revealed that only 65% of the features of the physical environment met accessibility standards, and our digital content or web accessibility score was 11%. These are not abstract issues. They affect safety, efficiency, and the overall working environment of this institution. Addressing them remains a priority, even as we pursue longer-term solutions regarding accommodation and infrastructure. As always, despite these challenges, progress continues. Following the swearing-in of members at the beginning of the last parliamentary session, the administration hosted an orientation session for new and returning members. Members were introduced to key staff and departmental heads and briefed on proposed organizational improvements by the clerk. These reforms include continued lobbying for the expansion of staffing to strengthen institutional support. With the support of the CPA, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, and our own parliamentary technical team, a draft of our revised standing orders has been prepared and submitted to the Standing Orders Committee for review and update. This important reform initiative was introduced during the post-election seminar held January 28 to 30, 2026. And this was in collaboration with Parliamericas. The seminar was both practical, forward-looking, and it equipped members with a deeper procedural understanding and reinforced the principles of a modern, rules-based parliament. We have also advanced modernization efforts through the procurement of a web developer's new parliamentary website. This completion is anticipated to be around May 2026 of this year. Our integration of technology must improve, and it will, as this initiative forms a greater part of the broader commitment of transparency and accessibility. In addition, both members and staff can expect the My HR Plus system to go live before the end of this financial year. This platform modernizes our human resource management processes, streamline administrative functions, and improve efficiency and accountability within the institution. It represents another step towards building a parliament that is administratively strong and future-ready. This was particularly important to many members of parliament, as it has taken many persons who have gone on retirement years to be able to access their pensions under the old system. That would be a thing of the past. Members, infrastructure and systems are important, but ultimately the strength of this parliament rests on conduct. As we begin this legislative year, I urge all members to uphold the highest standards of decorum and discipline. Adherence to the standing orders is fundamental. They are not obstacles to debate. They are the safeguards that ensure fairness, order, and respect within the chamber. The Jamaican people expect seriousness of purpose. They expect thoughtful legislation, vigilant oversight, and mature engagement across the aisles. They expect leadership worthy of this institution. Let us therefore approach this session with steadiness, mutual respect, and an unwavering commitment to national progress. The challenges are real. The opportunities are significant. The responsibility is ours. I thank you, and I look forward to a productive and impactful legislative session. Thank you, members. House Leader, we will also share this report. We will also share this report on the Parliament, and we will share with the members through the House Committee an update for their consideration and for sharing with the entire House in detail. House Leader, and House Leader, I crave your indulgence. It appears a member from St. James West Central would like to make a comment here.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I really want to put on record my appreciation to you and the parliamentary staff for the post-election seminar. While it is regrettable that we did not have large number of parliamentarians in attendance, from my interaction with those who attended, the common view was that it was beneficial. And certainly in the many years that I have been in the Parliament, it's the first time that we have conducted a seminar of that. And so I want to commend your leadership on this matter and also to put on record my appreciation for it. I look forward to many other training seminars.
The member from St. Andrew Southeast.
Madam Speaker, just on a point of clarification, I've looked at the documents to be laid. I don't see the fiscal policy paper, which is one of the most important documents.
In the announcements, member, you will have.
Well, it's not on the paper.
You will have that and another update.
And
I saw a handwritten note. And there is a further update. There is a document from the Integrity Commission as well. And it came just before we came back into the chamber. So what I'd recommended, instead of pulling the announcements, to do an update of that note, I saw mine written in. We will recommit announcements, and it will be announced at that time. And when we recommit announcements, we will also include the Integrity Commission report, not currently on your announcement sheet.
And can I just ask that the revenue measures as well, we have gotten other table documents that before the minister speaks, that the members have an opportunity to see a physical copy of it as well.
Thanks. House Leader.
Madam Speaker, firstly, let me join with you in welcoming the members for our new legislative session and commend the members and the House for the changes we were able to make over the last session. Madam Speaker, I want to commend you, and I think the report that you gave was a comprehensive report which does highlight some of the challenges that you and the other staff members face in administering the business of the House. And I want to commend you, the clerk, and the members of staff for all the work that they do and their dedication. You made a point at the House Committee that oftentimes people are of the view that work only happens when there are sit-ins, but there is so much work that happens behind the scenes. And I really want to join with you, Madam Speaker, in advocating for us to take significant steps during the course of this year towards a new Parliament. Madam Speaker, it is good to report that the majority of our select committees have met in our shortened legislative year, including the Standing Order Committee, which, as you outlined, started to look at some of the suggestions regarding reform of the standing orders, and the House Committee. And again, the matter of a new parliamentary building was raised across both sides in that House Committee. Also looking forward, Madam Speaker, to the new parliamentary website, which I know steps are being taken to develop and roll that out this year, and I know it is something that the public is looking forward to. Madam Speaker, just allow me to urge the members to remain cordial, respectful, and to adhere to the standing orders. We can disagree without being disagreeable. And let us remember that regardless of our political side or affiliation, ultimately, we are all here to make Jamaica a better place. Madam Speaker, with that said, you have already addressed, and I now see the fiscal policy is being tabled, and I assure the members that at an appropriate time, the revenue measures will also be circulated, and we look forward to this parliamentary session.
Leader of
Thank you,
Opposition
Madam,
Business.
Madam Speaker. They
Deputy
say one day
Tyson.
butcher is butcher anyway, right? One day.
Member, permission granted. You can stay in that seat and make it yours.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, but to also extend our welcome to all the members, and we look forward to a productive parliamentary year. I want to especially welcome the newcomers and to hope that they will have a fruitful stay and a long stay in the House. But that as we do the business of the people, we work assiduously to keep the relations cordial on behalf of the people and that we get the work done.
Thank you very much. House Leader.
Madam Speaker, we can go through the agenda. The only item that we have for today.
Sorry to say, Bigfoot Gillette Owners. Philip Parler now go nowhere. So look at shades where you show on that style. Yam head.
Statement by ministers, announcements.
Laid on the table of the House are the following. Estimates of expenditure 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st of March 2027 and dated February 12, 2026. Jamaica Public Bodies estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ending March 2027 dated February 2026. Jamaica Mortgage Bank estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ending March 2027. Tax expenditure statements for the period 2022 to 2024, dated February 2026. Public sector consolidated estimates of expenditure 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st of March 2027, dated February 12, 2026. Revenue estimates 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st of March 2027, dated February 12, 2026. Government of Jamaica Medium-Term Debt Management Strategy for the financial year 2026-2027 to 2029-2030, dated February 12, 2026. Government of Jamaica Fiscal Policy Paper for the financial year 2026-2027, dated February 12, 2026. Ministry Paper numbered 17 of 2026, titled Revenue Measures for the Financial Year 2026-2027. And finally, the Integrity Commission's investigation report into concerns that Ms. Brittany Blake, an accounting clerk or cashier formerly employed to the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission, failed to file her statutory declaration with the Commission for the year 2023, contrary to the law and its indicative ruling. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Bills brought from the Senate, petitions, papers, reports from committees, notices of motions given orally. Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that at the next meeting of the House, I will move, be it resolved, that the estimates of expenditure 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st March 2027, the Jamaica Public Bodies estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ending March 2027, the tax expenditure statement for the period 2022 to 2024, the Jamaica Mortgage Bank estimates of revenue and expenditure for the year ending March 2027, the Government of Jamaica Medium-Term Debt Management Strategy for the financial year 2026-27 through 2029-2030, the public sector consolidated estimates of expenditure 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st March 2027, the revenue estimates 2026-2027 for the financial year ending 31st March 2027, and the Government of Jamaica Fiscal Policy Paper, fiscal year 2026-27, which were laid on the table of the House on the 12th day of February 2026, be referred to the Standing Finance Committee of the whole House of Representatives, consisting of all the members of the House, for consideration and report. Madam Speaker, I further beg to give notice that at a later stage today, I will move for the suspension of the standing orders to enable me to take this motion.
Thank you, Minister. Questions and answers to questions. Motions that may be made at the commencement of public business requiring notice, motions relating to the sitting of the House, motions for leave to introduce bills, presentation of bills without leave of the House first obtained, public business. House Leader.
Madam Speaker, we will take the Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, I now move for the suspension of the standing orders to enable me to take the motion, notice of which I gave earlier.
Members, the question is that the standing orders be suspended to enable the Minister to take the motion, notice of which she gave earlier. Those in favour? Aye. Those against? The ayes have it. Minister?
Madam Speaker, as this is the first time that we will be laying the revenue measures along with the other documents today that relate to our budget, I ask that I provide a context for the estimates and associated revenue measures that will be referred to the Standing Finance Committee before I move the motion, Madam Speaker. Okay. Madam Speaker, just allow me, Madam Speaker, to acknowledge my husband and one of our daughters sitting in the Our daughter is visiting from cold Chicago and wanted to see her mother in Parliament. Thank you, daughter. I feel very special. Madam Speaker, you will recall that the Independent Fiscal Commission estimated that a budget deficit of 5.3% over the period fiscal year 2025 to 26, fiscal year 2025-26 to fiscal year 2029-30 is well above the legislative threshold of 1.5%. This allowed us to trigger suspension of the fiscal rules. I took the order to suspend the fiscal rules to Parliament for Parliament's approval to permit the fiscal rules to be temporarily suspended. Madam Speaker, the Independent Fiscal Commission, which started on January 1, 2025, in their first report, the Independent Fiscal Commissioner raised a red flag that successive governments have failed to table the revenue measures along with the budget documents, despite it being a requirement as per the FAA Act. Madam Speaker, in the interest of full disclosure, and more importantly, in compliance with our very own law that was passed in this Parliament, and to enable the Independent Fiscal Commissioner to have full visibility into the budget figures in order to do the assessment as to whether the budget is credible or not, we are laying the revenue measures today, as well as the first. Madam Speaker, this government has had the longest number of years of no new taxes in the history of independent Jamaica. Madam Speaker, only a Category 5 hurricane with winds of 185 miles per hour could have interrupted that. Madam Speaker, our adherence to fiscal prudence, putting aside some of our budget for a rainy day, finding financial instruments that would provide ready cash in the event our rainy day buffer was not enough, were some of the wise decisions we made as a government. And oh, how those wise decisions have helped us to quickly respond to bring relief to many left homeless by Hurricane Melissa. So, Madam Speaker, I now turn to the revenue measures to explain what they are and to just briefly continue to give a context. So this Honorable House, yes. Okay. This Honorable House is being requested to take note of the following revenue measures for implementation in fiscal year 2026, 2027, and fiscal year 2027, 2028. The passage and impact of Hurricane Melissa has materially altered the government's fiscal environment. The hurricane resulted in unprecedented damage to critical infrastructure, productive sectors, and public assets, placing severe pressure on public finances and reconstruction expenditure, which is expected to extend across the medium term. Against this background, Madam Speaker, expenditure containment and administrative improvements cannot close the emerging fiscal gap. It is therefore imperative that targeted revenue measures to strengthen revenue performance, safeguard fiscal sustainability, and ensure the government's continued ability to deliver essential public services are introduced. The proposed fiscal revenue measures target some areas that are currently undertaxed, such as digital services. Additionally, given Jamaica's commitment to environmental preservation, it is proposed that the Environmental Protection Levy revenues be increased to support the government's recovery efforts. The revenue enhancement also includes a tax on sweetened beverages, which are generally perceived as a threat to healthy lifestyle. So I'll begin with the application of General Consumption Tax, GCT, on digital services and intangibles. The Honourable House is asked to note the intention to apply GCT to digital services and intangibles supplied from abroad and consumed in Jamaica. This measure forms part of ongoing efforts to modernize the tax system and provide fairness in an increasingly digital economy. Digital services now form a growing share of everyday consumption by Jamaican households and businesses. Many of these services are supplied by non-resident providers with no physical presence in Jamaica, resulting in inconsistent application of GCT under existing arrangement. The rapid growth in digital transactions has highlighted gaps in the current tax framework. Similarly, services may be subject to different tax treatment depending on whether they're applied locally or from overseas, placing our domestic businesses at a competitive disadvantage. In addition, the shift towards untaxed digital consumption contributes to revenue leakage and reduces the government's capacity to fund public services. The proposed reform is guided by the destination principle, an internationally accepted standard for consumption taxation. Under this principle, GCT applies where a service is consumed rather than where the supplier is located. In practical terms, this means that digital services consumed in Jamaica should be subject to GCT in the same way as locally supplied equivalent services. The application of GCT on international digital services and intangibles is expected to have a positive revenue impact once fully implemented. The measure is expected to yield in the first instance starting in the fourth quarter of fiscal year 2026-2027 because there's an implementation curve that we have to go up, and we're expecting $300 million in the first instance, but as it is fully implemented in the financial year 2027-2028, we would expect $4.2 billion. Our revenue measure number 2 would be levying the special consumption tax on non-alcoholic sweetened beverages. This Honorable House, Madam Speaker, has been advised that SCT will be introduced under the General Consumption Tax Act on non-alcoholic sweetened beverages. For this measure, non-alcoholic sweetened beverages are defined as all non-alcoholic beverages containing added sugar or other caloric sweeteners, as well as beverages containing artificial or non-nutritive sweeteners, whether carbonated or non-carbonated, and whether manufactured locally or imported. The primary objective of this measure is not only revenue mobilization, it also supports broader public health objectives. Jamaica continues to experience elevated levels of obesity and diabetes, and sweetened beverages are recognized as a significant source of extra sugar consumption. Any reduction in consumption resulting from the price adjustment would represent a positive supplementary outcome. Madam Speaker, this Honorable House is being advised that sweetened beverages are widely consumed across income groups and represent a high volume, consistently traded category of goods. Data from the 2024 Economic and Social Survey of Jamaica indicate that domestic production of carbonated beverages increased from approximately 17.3 million cases in 2020 to an estimated 20.1 million cases in 2024, reflecting sustained demand. Sweetened beverages are currently subject only to the standard GCT rate of 15% and are not presently listed in the Act as prescribed goods for SCT purposes. The proposed SCT will be assessed on a per unit basis, calculated based on the total liquid volume of each sweetened beverage measured in milliliters. The Honorable House is further advised that the SCT will apply at the point of manufacture for domestic producers and at the point of importation for imported products in accordance with the provisions of the GCT Act. This ensures, Madam Speaker, administrative efficiency and parity between local and imported goods. The SCT will be applied at a rate of 0.02, which is 2 cents per milliliter. The estimated revenue gain associated with levying the SCT on non-alcoholic sweetened beverages is estimated at $10.1 billion and will take effect during the first quarter of fiscal year 2026-2027. At this rate, just to break it down in terms of the estimated retail price impact, it would be as follows for these examples. So for a 300 milliliters beverage, it would be $6. For a 600 milliliter beverage, it would be $12. And for a 2-liter beverage, it would be $40. Revenue measure number 3 would be an increase in the special consumption tax, SCT, on liters of pure alcohol. The Honorable House is being advised that the special consumption tax, SCT, on all alcoholic beverages will be increased from $1,230 per liter of pure alcohol to $1,400 per liter of pure alcohol. The current rate was established on March 13, 2017, many, many years ago, when the specific SCT increased from $1,120 to $1,230. The proposed increase is intended to preserve the real value of the tax and strengthen revenue mobilization. The Honorable House is reminded as well that alcoholic beverages are subject to both the SCT and the GCT. The GCT is applied on an ad valorem basis at the standard rate of 15% at the point of sale. The proposed measure does not alter the GCT, but only adjusts the specific SCT component. The proposed increases will apply uniformly to locally manufactured and imported alcohol beverages, ensuring neutrality of treatment and maintaining consistency within the existing SCT framework. The estimated revenue gain associated with increasing the SCT on this product, liter of pure alcohol, is estimated at $1.6 billion and will take effect the 1st of May 2026. The next is increase in the special consumption tax on cigarettes. The Honorable House is being further advised that the SCT on cigarettes will also be increased by $3 per stick, moving the effective specific rate from $17 per stick to $20 per stick. The current specific rate was established following the March 13, 2017 adjustment many years ago, which increased the tax then by $3 per stick. The Honorable House is advised that cigarette taxation remains a significant and reliable revenue source internationally. However, tax revenue performance is influenced not only by tax rates, but also by consumption patterns, enforcement effectiveness of public health policy. Increasing taxes on cigarettes are internationally recognized tools to moderate harmful consumption and reduce long-term health costs. The proposed increases will apply uniformly to locally manufactured and imported cigarette products, again ensuring neutrality of treatment and maintaining consistency within the existing SCT framework. The estimated revenue gain associated with increasing the SCT on cigarettes is approximately $1.1 billion and will take effect 1st of May 2026. Moderation of the 20% duty concession on motor vehicles for public officials. The Honourable House is asked to note that the current 20% duty concession on motor vehicles for public officials in certain positions reduces the duties payable when importing or purchasing vehicles. This concession was introduced to reduce the cost of vehicle ownership, support mobility, and assist certain public sector groups in an environment that no longer exists. It represents a significant reduction in government revenues. The Honourable House is asked to note that currently under the 20% duty concession framework, public officials in eligible posts are afforded preferential tax treatment on importation of motor vehicles. Within this framework, both the SCT and the GCT are fully waived, and the applicable customs duty is 20% of the vehicle's CIF value. Consequently, beneficiaries of the concession are required to pay 20% customs duty with no liability for SCT or GCT. The Honourable House is asked to note that it is proposed that the 20% duty concession on motor vehicles be amended. It is proposed that the 20% import duty remain payable, the GCT becomes payable, and the SCT exemption remains. The estimated revenue gain associated with removal of the GCT exemption is approximately $1.3 billion, and it will be effective the 1st of May 2026. Right, the concession remains, but with modification. The next revenue measure is the increase in environmental protection levy rate.
The Minister's time for speaking has expired. Minister, my apologies. Somebody's phone rang in here, sounding the bell, but the time on the clock has not expired. My apologies.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, is to mitigate environmental degradation, promote sustainable resource utilization, and bolster climate resilience, particularly for Jamaica's vulnerable island ecosystems. It was first imposed on all goods imported, but later extended to the domestic market. At the ports, it is charged on the CIF of imported items, while domestically, it is imposed on the sales of locally manufactured goods, discounted by 25%. Madam Speaker, events of recent years have underscored the urgent need for enhanced environmental safeguards. This includes implementing stronger penalties to deter pollution. A series of severe natural disasters has further challenged Jamaica's fiscal stability. Hurricane Beryl in 2024, followed by the unprecedented Hurricane Melissa in 2025, which is identified as the costliest in the nation's history, causing estimated damage in excess of US $8.8 billion, approximately 41% of 2024 GDP. These events have imposed a significant financial burden, contributing to a projected decline in real GDP of 0.5% and 4.5% for the 2024-25 and 2025-26 fiscal periods, respectively. In an effort to finance enhancement of climate resilience, it is proposed to increase the environmental protection levy rate to 0.8% from 0.5% for both imports and domestic goods, and to expand the base on which the domestic levy is charged from 75% of sales to 100%. It is estimated that these adjustments will result in $3.639 billion in revenues effective May 1, 2026. The next revenue measure will increase the general consumption tax GCT rate on tourism activities to the standard rate of 15%, up from 10%. The Honourable House is asked to note that over the years, the Government of Jamaica has provided special tax treatment to the tourism industry to alleviate the tax burden and propel the industry to a level of maturity. This support was delivered through targeted tax credits, including the special tax credit, STC, and the Special Alcoholic Beverages Credit, SABC. These credits allowed eligible tourism entities to reduce their net tax liability based on prescribed formula, including credits linked to non-tourism revenue streams and to GCT paid on alcoholic beverages used in taxable activities. While effective in reducing the tax burden, these arrangements were administratively complex. In fiscal year 2005-2006, the credit-based system was repealed and replaced with a simplified regime under which the tourism industry was subject to 50% of the standard GCT rate, resulting in an effective rate of 8.25%. This rate was subsequently adjusted in fiscal year 2009-2010 to the current rate of 10%. Since that time, the industry has continued to mature and demonstrate sustained growth in arrivals, room stock, and earnings. In this regard, Madam Speaker, the Honourable House is asked to note that, considering the foregoing and government's revenue needs over the medium term, the GCT rate applicable to specified tourism activities is to be increased to 15%, effective April 1, 2027, because we know that the industry is recovering, and so it will be delayed until 1st of April 2027. The GCT rate on tourism activities is estimated to yield approximately $11.4 billion in additional revenues annually. Madam Speaker, there will be continuation of the annual transfer of $11.4 billion from the National Housing Trust to central government. Madam Speaker, the NHG Act was first amended in March 2013 to facilitate the transfer of $11.4 billion to the central government towards fiscal consolidation for the four-year period 2013-14 to 2016-17. Given the need for further consolidation on the government's economic reform program of the day, further amendments to the NHG Act were undertaken in August 2017 to facilitate continued transfers for the period 2017-18 to 2020-21. December 2020 to facilitate the continuation of annual transfers for the period 2021-22 to 2025-26. The National Housing Trust Amendment Special Provision Act 2020, the Act, provides for the National Housing Trust to provide a fiscal distribution for fiscal consolidation of $11.4 billion per annum for a period of 5 years, with effect from 2021-22 financial year. Section 3 of the Act provides that this Act shall continue in operation until March 31, 2026, 5 years, and shall then expire.
Can you believe after Hurricane Melissa, Andrew gets so much money, and Andrew no start build back the people in them house in Sentia and Westmoreland yet, and now them are coming to Parliament, I say new tax. Andrew Wallace promised them 32,000. Look a bit before election, about a couple of days before election. He might go double them minimum wage, 32,000. Labour right them say, yeah. See them come with new tax now. Remember Andrew Wallace also say, him and the government, no new tax, no new this, no new that. Now the 1,000 where them put on the flavour with them this time can use by Probox. Them take it back for money, you know. Them take it back for money, you know. Fire see everybody who there, big up on yourself, you know. Better let me see, you know. Big up everybody who check in, man. Watch you know. The money Andrew Wallace get for help the people them. Andrew Wallace don't help the people them, you know. I have some people I put out some PR stunt about how much money they spend, how much money they spend for to Kingston, World Health Central Kitchen and join partner with them, then join partner with Sean Paul or Shaggy. Them a join up be a partner through them want thief money. Look you know, look how much bumbo clan money they take and lend JPS. And they you know tell me how them all get back the money, you know how them all get them as you know what them say? Them say if you not work out that way them all go take it in as shares. That means say I give bumbo clan JPS so much money, you know. Cause they not set up no. They not set up nothing to get back the money. They not set up nothing to get back the money, you know. They not put none in place to get back the money from JPS, you know. So they push the whole Andrew Wallace, you know, taking money when get to help Jamaican people them, you know. Give JPS can lend them. Cause if you lend them, you have to lend them on the terms. See? And now new tax on a blood clot I only live out a door. 400 sleeping bag and get from Japan if you go in a go no. How much tent in a go no. On a sleep at door. Darrell Vaz take thief money and get some Starlink and not take no talk. And new tax on the ass on the sit down said way. And on a blood clot dead off down there for bumbo clot hungry because the Labour them come out and say nothing wrong for new tax. Me say the Labour rights supporters them say me don't mind me rise a man and I said then just drop down and dead. The way how them a blood clot people make the country look bad, then carry down the way how the Labour right them so fuck up and then carry down the country. The Labour right them carry down the I never you know me I tell you know.
Somebody happy to get tax first.
Labour right them happy to get tax.
Never said that yet in my life.
The way how they pussy all them fool on social media. Hey, me I tell no lie now. I say more don't mind the other hurricane Andrew Wallace talk about come mash up the whole of blood clot Jamaica, make everybody have to sleep out that door. Me say every morning me rise, me I listen to the news for you say the next part of Jamaica mash up because uno for sleep out that door like cow and dog, uno blood clot idiot.
I don't know.
Me say for my born and have sense, I fool set up the pussy all them fool listen man. Me say
Expiration of the Act on March 31, 2026 will result in the discontinuation of the annual contribution by the NHC and a significant fall off in government revenues. Given the impact of Hurricane Melissa on the island,
me say just one nation of blood clot idiot. One nation of idiot. Jamaica have one entire nation of idiot. What you know? I'm gonna give a fuck who I'm Bex Snyder, you know. Because that's the truth hurt, you know. Jamaica have one fucking nation of idiot. Cause this is not politics. This is not politics. Everybody the tax everybody are gonna feel this tax.
Because everything is inflation already.
Can I believe say
everything is expensive.
Can I believe say after 3 months of a hurricane? One tornado, 3 months of one tornado. The people them not recover yet, you know? People still asleep a blood clot door. How much video me still put out people on that tent? Black Beauty we are deal with. And that tent then them a come with new and get so much money.
Even
and get so much money.
Even Dayton Campbell was talking about it when Andre interviewed today. In St. Concern.
And get so much money. And you me say, me only sorry say the people that can help Jamaican people them in Melissa recovery, you know. Nobody shouldn't come to nobody aid. And I pray to God. Say the next other hurricane Andrew is a talk about, just mash up the rest of the island. Make everything just blood clot mash up. Because you deserve to live on an idiot. You deserve to live in a pen like cow and goat. One blood clot nation a dopey. Can you believe this? In a 2026.
Embarrassing.
One nation a dopey. Jamaica have one fucking nation a dopey. And I never did know say I be dead people in Jamaica tell me left out of the country. I one fucking nation of dead people live on the island. The whole of them are dopey. Or some will see come and talk like they have sense. I shit in a plate and then fool you fuck. 3 months after hurricane. Tax on our ass.
This man gets
I wanna
so
live
much
a do
money
and get so
and
much
he
blood
needs to
clot
do
money.
that.
Get so much money.
People are still suffering out
Eh?
here.
Get so much money. Eh? And not start spending yet.
And a lot of work and a
Eh?
lot of why I mean
No start spending yet. And I come with new tax. And the labor them there on social media talk about them welcoming new tax. Me say more than man can't lick down on a blood clot and kill you know. More than man is gonna come off a TikTok or Facebook or YouTube
baby.
and left out on the yard, car and truck run over on a blood clot.
God.
Me them have to creep up on in a shovel. Hey! The police will kill out on a bomber clot. The police will kill out on a blood clot. Open bird season. Kill out them blood clot JCF. You don't have one set of E that you don't kill out them bomber clot. Make the island repopulate with people who have sense. Kill out them bomber clot off our island. Them is an embarrassment to the entire to the flag. The one is a bomber clot embarrassment on the island. At least I look at thing when I build a video come out and look help. Like on a blood clot daddy and mama there in a social media space. The least I look at blood clotting when I turn video upon myself and ball to people for help. Like people did people you know if a blood clot they don't have no problem. Nobody in a social media space for help and if it dead. I want a pussy ever call me and talk about talk your mind. More you somebody want call blood clot me. Or text me and tell me about no help and I tell you I go look for your help. One don't ever bomber clot ring me number I say no text to me about no help and say me this to no pussy. I would like the blood clot there if it fall you know. Make you no call the number we connect to talk your mind TV I talk about you no want help and I send you I go look blood clot help. Only is a nation of fucking cruff.
Transfers across the medium term is necessary to support sustainability of the fiscal operations while reconstruction activities are underway. It is therefore proposed, Madam Speaker, that the annual transfer of $11.4 billion from the National Housing Trust to the central government be continued for another 5 years from fiscal 2026-27 through fiscal year 2030-2031. Madam Speaker.
See? I want to see what fuck. Hey.
Property taxes have remained at the same
I don't know still. You see what Tufton did say? I call for a ban on social media. Tufton ban the blood clot social media, Tufton, because they not use it to do nothing. You know if it ban bomber clot social media in Jamaica. If it ban, the tax are coming feet. The tax are coming feet, so you have to go pay tax, and you have to go, and it's expensive now for you to operate on the social media space. So don't forget ban off of social media. Me agree with Tufton. No, me blood clot agree with Tufton. Ban social media in Jamaica. These people on the island don't deserve to have social media platform. They have to just get up in the morning and go work and work hungry and come back in and just have dinner alone for them. And the dinner for the right place and we get look at flour and look at islands and go cook when they go home and I would fire them for go cook panto. And when they rise in the morning for carry water 4, 3, 5, 6, 7 miles. Then pick it up and carry water one time before they go out.
Today, Madam
Speaker,
this government is
Them a
indicating
people and not forget
despite the
nothing
massive
good.
disruption of
Social,
Melissa,
tough time to
totaling
ban social media out of
US
Jamaica for
$8.8
true.
billion
Ban it,
or
blood clot.
41% of our GDP.
Ban it. They don't
And the
have no
debt
use for
we
social
must
media.
take on to
If you
rebuild,
ban in a
reconstruct,
Jamaica,
and build in
me I call for a
resilience
ban pan it
in our
bomb clot.
infrastructure
Me couldn't
as a
turn and
government.
dead under Andrew on his
Despite
hand.
all of
That's
that,
why no care,
Madam
nobody
Speaker,
can see it for sorry for no
we
pussy
remain
hole.
committed
If
to
you
the way
ban,
forward that this government
so when time the pressure turn
performs
up on, you don't
to our
have
public
no
sector
blood clot
workers
phone to turn on
and
and I cry out for help for nobody. You know have to just dead under
and this
blood
offer
clot
was
pressure.
put
Because we now want
forward
nation a cruff.
prior to
No
the
blood
devastation
clot
visited on
drunk
us
row.
by the Category 5 hurricane.
We say people them what hey. Then vote list, then vote list, then vote list, then only thing they know for doing I come on social media and turn whore, you know. Only thing the Jamaican girl them know for do I come on social media on TikTok and turn fucking whore. Display them whore, them pussy in them forehead.
Jesus.
Be a man then come on social media look and come chat them business because they want people sorry for them and give them money. I want nation a cruff. The social media for ban because Jamaican turn social media and a begging platform. Instead of them use social media and educate themselves and get wise and smart and do only the information and power. And when you got power, you have knowledge of information and knowledge. And knowledge of power. And you tell you now, I want to come on social media and beg bumbo clot money. For you get knowledge and on a blood clot brain. So if you ban, you don't have no use of social media. You know for tune into TV and see them at even time and cliff use make them continue misleading on a blood clot. You don't know. I'm giving you back host phone in on a blood clot house. And anything you talk upon it then listen it. I saw them for you, you know. You know a nation a cruff. And things so you know have sense and things you know smart. You is a drunk up on the island. The whole island a drunk up. Live on the island. One island a drunk up. I've voted this pussy them ever see for me born absence in a 2026. I never know Jamaica as much about these people. And and some of them come attack and trick me. Some of them trick me with them attack like that. That one worthless blood clot Jamaican them.
Hurricane Melissa with winds of 185 miles per hour on October 28, 2025. That we are able to do so following Melissa is a testimony to the years of fiscal discipline pre-Melissa and the many years
Delora, big up yourself. Hear me, Jenna?
of continued good fiscal management. Finally, Madam Speaker, last year in this Parliament, as a government, we gave a commitment to the...
I see if a hurricane now did come, you understand, I'm not shit already like dog and foul. A hurricane come take his shame out of Andrew on his eye. We do for free money we ain't get. You never know. If the hurricane never come, you know that's the real blood clot thing. Yeah?
People can't afford things, you know.
So, Andrew is a breed be a criminal. Because the youth them can't go survive over 16,000, so them are go thief. Them are go follow Andrew and thief.
But then police are
and then them. Andrew set the police to kill them.
Yeah.
And Tufton make sure in cut off them breeding. Tufton make sure they kill out the breeding. Eh? And Fly Green make sure so the style I get poison. So one time I plant and look catch crap on the yard, they not go come to nothing. You can't stay there here. I see them saying COVID, you know. But come on, I tell you now, even though them fight to go on YouTube, them fight to come. One time I try to tell you now what happened with COVID and the whole vaccine thing. Them fight, the misinformation, and the fucking truth come out right in front of you.
I tell them, don't take it,
take it. And now again, them a plan for putting in the digital system. So them a do it so soft and cozy. and make it look so fascinating and interesting. I saw them operate. But you see, once you hook up in the digital system, then time they on freedom gone like Sammy Mouth. On freedom gone like Sammy Mouth. You know, so them try to fight in the UK, you know, and the citizens then now have it. Only see say citizens in the UK, them say they now have it. Only see what going on in the UK. And them are telling you say people in the UK have it, and UK people are protest against it.
Labour right are the one.
Labour right are spreading in Jamaica say
propaganda.
they in the UK are going exist in the UK. And UK citizens are fight against it. And Labour right are say they already. Me say, I don't mind Andrew only skip on big nyamens and poison out the blood clot Labour right out of Jamaica. Andrew a wicked man, you know. I don't mind him do one big sacrifice with no blood clot. And no, I say I don't mind Andrew set a big table for a blood clot and sacrifice on. And sacrifice uno mama, uno daddy, uno picnic, uno grandmother, uno whole entire family. For ritual. I wouldn't mind Andrew sacrifice on a blood clot for ritual. Because you don't deserve to live on the island, because you don't love the island. You don't need to leave off of the island. Someone need to run through the border and come back when them send them to Rwanda. Someone have to run off the island and come back. You is not from the island. No for the labor right, big about all labor right, 60 or 70 or 50 or labor right boy and girl them. Big about dunce them, big about blood clot, go back them. They not come from the island. If you don't check out them background, they is not from the fucking island. That is why they don't have no love for the island. They love man. And man they love. Down on the island, they love man. Andrew say I'm the best baby father. So I look like the whole of liberate them want Andrew for breed them. If you can't go family court and get money because I'm my prime minister. Me say, watch on man, politics done, you know. Seeing, and the liberate them still in a social media space. I play politics. These people deserve for Andrew to cook one big pot of food with some glamour zone or laminate. These labor right need Andrew to cook a big pot of glamour zone or laminate, give them blood clot. And by then go back on the bus to drive and everybody hear shit. And then just dig out some big hole with backhoe and bury the bus and everybody. And plant one big cotton tree over it. Uno is a nation a cruff. So if you stop come on social media and talk like you have sense. Uno is a nation a cruff. Uno is a nation a cruff. The whole entire island full of cruff. You have big cruff, little cruff. You have rich cruff, poor cruff. Only is just an island, a cruff.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
It is a shit, it is a disgrace, you know. The university and the high school and if you come out of the island for sure. Andrew will lock them down. They no suit no purpose for the island. If you just lock down the school and send them to go plant cane. And that then if you do open back some cane field and send them to go plant cane, lock down the blood clot school them. Because school, you know, the school not help them. The school, the university, the college, they not help you in Jamaica and is a nation a cruff. Take your out of the mud, but you can't take him out of them. So you could have got to school for a creep to you graduate and you still a cruff. So you don't make no sense. Lock down the school them and you not use it. For me born, I never see this before. The people them in the country, we barely can find food. Most of them live in a rent house. Mark Golden say, me are going to rent to own. And if you live from capital land, me are going to make you get land tax. People them say they don't want that a blood clot. Eh? Mark Golden say me are going to rent to own house. And go on a land title if you not live on capture land. The people them in the island say they don't want that a bomber or a slat. Me see them on TikTok a celebrate new tax. Can you believe this fuckery?
Increase in the threshold to
Boy, I'm
1.9
sick to
million
bomber
for
clock. Me
fiscal
not tell
year
no lie, me sick. Me
2026-27.
sick. Me can't believe me shame you
Madam
fuck.
Speaker, this government also remains
Me shame man.
to the increase
Me really
in the
shame.
threshold to
Me
1.9
really blood clot shame. The people them make me shame.
from April 1, 2026. So, Madam Speaker, as I close,
Some my labor right them for care for run over somebody and truck for run over them bomb buckler. I'm gonna tell you.
to all
Some my labor right
Jamaicans
care
who
for
say
run
we
over
will
them
build
blood
homes,
clot. As they go in the
churches,
road,
schools,
the car just
businesses,
run over them
lives,
blood clot.
livelihoods,
As them a cross car
the
lick them
telecom
down.
network or
Them a cross
electricity
bike
grid,
lick them down.
hotels, roads,
Bicycle lick
hospitals,
them down.
farms,
Then walk
vegetable
them drop
crops,
down.
fishing villages,
Then
and
turn
more.
up on one place all built
Madam
stone roll and
Speaker,
drop
much
on
of
them.
that
And
work
someone
is
them for those
already
bad them for
underway.
those anywhere then go. Thing
Today,
those
we
bad just happen to
construct
them bomb buckler.
temporary containerized
Yeah
homes
man.
because we must move fast to put those in
Labor
place.
right.
But
Me I tell you
tomorrow,
now.
we build
If you know my
permanent
family,
structures.
I will know my
Madam
friend. If you don't know
Speaker,
me
in the
personally, I
aftermath
don't
of
like you
Hurricane
know. So when you
Melissa,
don't see me,
we gave
don't
food
call to me, you
packages
know.
and hot meals to those who lost everything.
This is a
Today, we are
this is
helping
a
to restore
what you call
homes
a
and
public
livelihoods
announcement, you know.
and put persons
This is
in a
a public
position in
announcement,
which
you
they'll
know.
be able to put
Me say if you're a
one
labor
foot in
writer, you
front
know
of
me
the other
personally.
and
You see,
begin life anew.
when you see me in a real
Today,
life,
Madam Speaker,
do not
we
call me.
clear roads and replant electric poles
Just
that have been
pretend like you
scattered
don't know
by
me.
Hurricane
Come go on
Melissa.
this say I go say me hype. So
Tomorrow,
me I
we
put
build
out my notice
highways
for now.
that are climate resilient.
Anytime you see me find a labor right, just cut your eye past me. I don't feel no way. For
And
any
have
labor right,
underground
y'all can walk
conduits for
past me and
electricity
spit.
grid
I
and
don't feel
telecom
no way.
network.
Me
Madam
happy when me see you
Speaker, this
avoid
is
me,
a
you know.
government that cares,
For any labor right and avoid me, me happy.
that wakes up every day with focus
Cause me
and
sure
with
know me
energy
avoid you.
to do the work,
I me
to
no
build
care which part in my
countries, create
family you want
opportunities,
place.
and ensure Jamaicans can live
And then with them,
lives with
remember you know,
space.
every top
Madam
office don't pan
Speaker,
their own
let
bottom.
me close by saying,
Me can't live my
God
life for my
bless
brother.
everyone.
Me can't live my life for my
God
sister.
bless
Me can't live my
Jamaica.
life for my mother. Me can't live my life for my grandmother. I have to live my life for me, my life. They say if you not live right.
That beauty said, I can mind if Melissa no move them, they not move again.
That beauty. That is why me not tell no lie. Me want the earthquake to come for
Responding to the member
through
from Southeast.
and shake up a place
Thank you,
and
Madam
drop down the
Speaker.
house for them blood
Thank you,
clot. Make big
St.
funeral
Andrew
keep in our
Southeast.
country. Who
And we
can
are
bury
offering
John
our
Cronin them?
preliminary comments, having just
That
received
Zara
some
Burton is if you
opposition,
import in
will
John Crow.
more fulsomely
If they can't bury everybody, then
as we go
import in
along.
John Crow.
I want to make a couple of points. Before we
I'm
get to
going
the
to
list
parliament.
of
Can I hurt you now? I feel hurt you now.
it's important to remind
I'm
everyone
going to the parliament
that for
still.
the last two fiscal years, government's revenues have been struggling to meet government expenditures. And the government has relied for the last two fiscal years on two one-off transactions which have allowed the government to fund the budget. In 2023-24, the sale of 12 years of future revenues from the Norman Manley International Airport yielded $75 billion, which financed the 23-24 budget. For the 24-25 budget, the sale of future revenues, 10 years of future revenues of Donaldson's Airport yielded $61 billion, which allowed the government to finance the 24-25 budget. I am making this point, Madam Speaker, to indicate that without Beryl, without Melissa, the government would have had to find some other asset to sell to meet the demands of the budget. All right? I want to go to some of the measures, again, preliminary to what the minister has proposed. In relation to the special consumption tax on non-alcoholic sweetened drinks, I know there is a public health imperative, a very big one. But I will say to you, I do not believe the price increases will change behavior. Hold on. And hold on. And the persons who are the greatest consumers are young children who go to basic school, primary school. And we need to change the culture. But when you look at the demand for these goods and the level of the increases, I would posit that it's a relatively inelastic demand, meaning that I don't believe that you're going to have much behavior change. Yeah. What I am recommending, though, is that the 10 billion which you, and by your own measure, the fact that you anticipate to collect so much from this indicates that you don't really expect there to be a significant fall off in demand. Correct. But I would recommend that some of the monies that are collected from it, are invested and provided to the local agriculture industry so that natural juices, unsweetened natural juices, can be provided as alternatives to the sweetened drinks. And that the monies, the 10 billion, are not solely just put in the overall consolidated fund, but that we enhance our ability to provide the substitutes for it. Secondly, in relation to the environmental protection levy, again, my recommendation, the funds that we anticipate to collect from this goes into building greater resilience so that we can absorb some of those shocks that we naturally are going to have in the future, right? And when you look at you anticipate raising 3.6 billion from it. And we know that given the nature of climate change, we are likely to have future events that some of those resources be put to build resilience, whether it be in infrastructure, river training, other things. Madam Speaker, I am also happy that the government finally has not just followed the recommendation of the Fiscal Commissioner, but abided with the FAA Act in ensuring that the revenue measures are tabled at the same time as the estimates of expenditure. I will close here, and as I indicated, these are our preliminary comments, and once we have an opportunity, the budget debate and others, we will expand on it. Thank you.
Minister. Minister, you would need before to move the motion. Minister, just please move the motion for the notice to be approved, which you gave earlier.
Will you come now? I don't know what I did it. Okay. Madam Speaker, I now move that the motion, notice of which I gave earlier, be approved.
The question is that the motion, notice of which the minister gave earlier, be approved. Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it. House Leader.
Madam Speaker, it is not intended to do any further business today, but let me make two quick announcements. Standing Finance Committee will meet on the 5th and 6th of March. We intend to start at 9:15 on the 5th of March. And again, we ask the members 9:15. On the 5th of March, as you know, we have a lot of ground to cover over the 2 days, and we ask the members to be here and be on time. Additionally, the Parliament is organizing with the Ministry of Finance for there to be a training session in relation to budgetary matters, right? So that especially the new members of Parliament will be able to go through and interrogate the budget and get themselves familiar with the budget and the budgetary process. We think this will make the Standing Finance Committee go a lot smoother. So members, look out for that notification as to when this training will be held, and please avail yourself. With that said, we ask that the meeting be adjourned for a date to be set.
No, nothing else on adjournment, because when we abuse some privileges, it means when we are doing adjournment, I no longer break for even clarification. Clarification can be sought outside the House. Members, that clarification on adjournment can be sought outside the House. Members, as it relates to the announcement by the House Leader, the time is tight, and the Ministry of Finance just gave us the go-ahead to be able to facilitate the training for us. You will appreciate that when the budget schedule is certain.
This Bigfoot pussy will whoring junker enough to come out of the parliament. I'm going to tell him, suck pussy and just take out the junker out of the parliament. That girl and I behavior in a man. That whore, all that blood clot, big nose, Bigfoot, creature looking blood clot, all that girl up on the screen. I know nothing about herself, you know. Batman Andrew get up and come out of the parliament and run gone. Andrew, let me tell you this pussy, you can't get no ratings again in Jamaica, Batty boy. You can't get no kid. You couldn't even move blood clot mountain. Pussy a thief and you forgot prison. And this a blood clot, whoring bumbo clot, all that blood clot drunk up on the screen here.
Well, like she a good girl.
That this bumbo clot dog shit on the screen. You think this a girl or nobody? This a girl and nothing but dog shit and a shoes bottom and you lick off on Rockstone. We know wear Timberland boot or water boot. You know say in the crease on the bottom dirt gun, them are the blood clot dog shit to go in the crease them and their shoes bottom. If you lick when they dry, you just lick it off on Rockstone. These drunkards, I don't know. We can't continue with these drunkards. Both him and him man. Mama drunkard and Papa drunkard. The old closed government. We go down a rare market, go buy clothes to go to parliament today. Look how they look. Like the clothes that I come in and Melissa to give people then take out. Because they need to hold up the people them blood clot barrel. So they run through it and find the clothes that they want and take it for we come to parliament today. These drunk ever come out of the parliament, may I tell you, and Jonas and female that girl. This girl make me sick. These people make me sick. These people, the girl and him man sick me stomach, you fuck.
First me ever hear, this is a joke, man.
PNP
need to get up and left there, so it's so
fucking
waste of time.
You see, that is why I say Jamaican people, this is cheap men just dead off, you know. This is cheap Jamaican people them just dead off of Ireland in a real life. Well, next disaster will come and kill them off. I'm serious. And next this disaster will come and just kill off them blood clot. They don't suit no purpose for the island. One island of blood clot dog shit. Me say, yo, couldn't like people for those load them and people make them dead. That is why I'm out of mind Andrew ban social media for true. That's why can't see them and them can't see and then just blood clot dead. Who can dead after just swim and who can swim and just drown. These people is a disgrace, me I tell you. Real disgrace.
They need to put up a motion to get out Juliet only.
Juliet can't stay at the bumper ass clot, man. The PNP them have to do everything in their power.
It's a joke.
The Mark Golding have to do everything in your power to get rid of this blood clot harlot girl. Mark Golding, you and your administration have to do everything in your power to get rid of this harlot girl out of the parliament. I mean, the bumper clot Philip Powell put up in blood clot and like him a look friend. Now, I thought pound a bumper clot too, you know. Philip Powell with pussy will put up your hand. Now the part Irish blood clot, I don't see him put up in your hand.
Yeah,
what the fuck? I must say, those people, what the fuck he put up in your hand for?
Maybe India got in this stress.
Stress in blood clot and put up in your hand.
Yeah,
Philip Powell, if a blood clot blame for this too. You should never put up your hand. Philip Powell, you should have put up your hand and agree to this drunk here.
Not true, man.
You should never blood clot do that, Philip Powell.
I we're not the position.
He's a blood clot Judas, man.
No.
Yeah, Judas! Me I thought my mind as I see it. What the fuck you put up in your hand for? In our part, we just a bumper clot. Where Andrew Wallace wife do a speaker in the house? I don't give a fuck where I'm team my big man. If he never ready for parliament, he shouldn't blood clot come in there. Eh? How the bumper clot this a woman in our parliament? Andrew a thief for money, in girl a thief for money, and a girl a speaker at the house. You know, see a joke of blood clot parliament a go on in Jamaica. Where this is cheap, you know, but this is cheap parliament lockdown. The parliament no suit no Jamaican people. The parliament is of no use to it. The parliament is of no use to it. The Parliament of Jamaica is of no use to non-Jamaicans who live on the island and outside. The Jamaican Parliament is none and void. It is no use to nobody. It is a joke. It is a fucking joke. The Parliament no suit no purpose on the island. The Parliament will come out of Jamaica. You know, so no purpose. These junkers put their hand on Bible, you know. Say them are going to write by the people, them, you know. And this a blood clot halak girl, you know. She is one of the illicit, you know, in our parliament, you know. She is one of the bumbo clot girl with a thief for money, you know. And him man a thief for money, you know. And she is the speaker of the house. And PNP sitting in the parliament with this a blood clot girl. The PNP will do everything for this girl move from here, so. Remember, you know, if a reason want to prove say this girl is a conflict of interest, you don't have more than reason, you don't have reasoning. You don't have more than reason to remove this girl from out of the speaker seat. You don't have more than reason. This girl is a conflict of interest. This girl on the screen is a conflict of interest, and she needs to come out of the parliament. I'm brawling with it too. This a girl have to come out of a parliament and go back downtown, go sell clothes or sell what you need to sell. Them are drunk enough in our parliament. This girl is a nobody, and look a market girl come to parliament and go and come at somebody. One blood clot market girl. A fucking market vendor. One higgler, one fucking higgler, downtown higgler. See him there, a downtown higgler. I agree so much blood clot problem in our parliament. We have to remove this girl from our parliament. That is why I call the whole Jamaican people the same dog shit. Call the PNP supporter them a dog shit too. Because the amount of PNP live in an island. I will not hear them. All them are dog shit too. They don't have nothing about themselves. Them are the said cruft too. Because them are the labor at them live said place. Then think the same way. Only true some of them are die-hearted PNP and some are die-hearted labor. Only the same junker. Only one time in near to election, you know, put on orange shirt and I jump up to you know, like the excitement. Only the blood clot excitement of election, you know, like, you know, the same junker too. I thought the PNP supporter on the same dog shit too. Only the excitement of election, you know, like. That is why all on is so silent. So much PNP that could have lived on the island and this will continue. You don't have to be the same. I don't give a fuck if you don't want to stop watch me. Because I just shoots and right, fucks me a chalk. If you don't care and go to the truth, leave. Because I don't get paid. I'm free, me I do this for. But who want the labor at the same dog shit? At the same excitement, you know, love member who live in the same community. You don't think the same way, you know, low down have the same low, dirty, low down mind like the same labor right them. The PNP and the same labor right them are the same thing them.
All me have to say, if it was PNP doing all these things,
I know
JLP
if the PNP them is worthless than the JLP. Then worthless more than the JLP.
Yeah, me hear what I say. But me I say, if it was Mark Golding doing what Andrew Wallace doing, Andrew and the whole of them MP would have out a road every day a protest. Me not ask them.
A real thing, the PNP supporters them is more worthless than the JLP supporters them.
Maybe nothing affect them.
The PNP supporter them more worthless than JLP supporter. More PNP living at the island than Labour right. More PNP live at Jamaica than Labour right. And if every PNP will live on the island who is really a blood clot PNP, this thing would not go on so long. If we're not a real blood clot PNP, this couldn't continue. Because if we're not a real PNP, we're not dedicated to one cause. Say if we even take 1 week to remove this girl, we're not do it. But because we're not a real PNP, and when it comes to election time, we're not the same dieted. We don't have no reason for be PNP, you know, but we're still a dieted, because you have dieted PNP and you have dieted JLP. We're not the same low down, dirty life loser.
I just think like, me feel like PNP know the truth, yeah?
They know
exactly what
some of them don't know right. Fuck. Some of them don't like the Labour right then. Some of them don't have no so fucking sense neither. But then if them have sense, if they have sense, them would have do better, they don't do different. Them don't start the Labour. None of them have no sense. Because if they have sense, them would have shown that they have sense. You can't look upon somebody and say they have sense. Them have their action have to show you. Say if them are eat that or they have sense.
PNP need to come together. I don't know why them now come together. Cause JLP won't allow this. JLP not allow this. I don't know, maybe them have wait for Mark Golden. Mark Golden cannot. Mark
Golden, make a PNP them sit down and wait for Mark Golden to tell them what to do. Mark Golden having money. Nothing will happen, nothing with Android will not go affect Mark Golden. So don't sit down and wait for blood clot Mark Golden. Or don't sit down and wait for Mark Golden if you tell them what to do. Or don't sit down with the same Labour right mentality and wait for Mark Golden or anyone on the MP to tell them what to do. You can't blood sit down, Mark. None of the PNP MP them nothing going to happen to. Owner got blood clot suffer. Sit down and wait for them to tell them if you stand up for right. And see when time push come to the fan. If I know owner got blood clot suffer, I don't can't go to none of them again. So when you sit down and wait for Mark Golden if you tell them what to do. Don't move on the blood clot sit down there.
But what I'm saying here, what me I said, babe, maybe they really not go through nothing because they can't tell me say people
them go through. Remember
they not go through nothing.
Remember you know, me a Jamaican, you know. I'm living a Labour right. I live in a community where Labour right and PNP live. And I say, remember, I'm talking from experience. The Labour right, I see a mindset they have. Also, some of them are dieted PNP and some are dieted Labour. Them are the same this nigga them too. I don't like me I talk something I don't know. I talk something I know. Because if any PNP them never did work list, we would have know already said they know work list. We would have know. It's sure. We don't afraid we are deal with. He would have sure. But the island have a nation with worthless Labour right and worthless PNP. That's the truth. We don't suit no purpose in the island.
Go through nothing, man.
That is why I pray to God say all of the food in the name through World Health Central Kitchen is sick and kill on a blood clot. Kill out on a bomb clot because we want a nation with sensible people. We want a nation with sensible people. I can't live amongst be an idiot.
I think a lot of people is very uneducated and they don't want to learn.
Education and common sense are two different things.
When I said uneducated, yeah,
they
lack of knowledge. So because they lack of knowledge, I are the problem. They lack of knowledge, and guess what? Enough of them can learn if they want to, but they don't want to know.
That is why I tell you, them I just sit there and work this like Labour right them. Remember, I'm not PNP, I'm not Labour right, you know. I'm a freedom fighter, you know. But I'm talking defense of the PNP because I like my golden policy. But I'm not Labour right or PNP. I'm a freedom fighter. So if one of the things I made that PNP on the wrong, I'm none of them. I'm a freedom fighter. That is why I do what I do. That is why I can differentiate the two and I can identify what I go on in the two camp. Because I don't support none of the camp them. I'm not part of none of the camp them. I'm a freedom fighter. But Mark Golden policy is the way forward for Jamaican youths. That is why I have to work with Mark Golden and the policy.
True.
The policy.
PNP need to get out.
The policy. Can you believe the PNP them? None of them live on capture land. I hear Mark Golden talk about a thing, rent to own, and land tiger. And that no motivate enough to come out come protest against corruption. When time only did I get better.
That's true.
Remember, you know, Mark Golden put in manifesto and say, watch, and this me a David. And Andrew Thief election and I keep up be a fuckery. And honestly say, uno couldn't get, uno right now couldn't get on a land tiger and I build up one room panny. But because circumstances, the swing go other way because of thieving. And the PNP suppose that them, she said the labor right them sabotage them from getting a rent to own NHG house. Sabotage them from getting them own a land tiger. Sabotage them in this type of way, you know. And that no popel uno for go out.
It's crazy.
Circulated. So having asked the ministry, they just today, while we were sitting here, just a while ago, agreed to do the training for us, and it is something that we need. Members, thank you so much. And as moved by House Leader, there being no other business, I now ask that this House do now adjourn for a date to be fixed. Those in favor? Those against? The ayes have it. This Honorable House now stands adjourned.
The way Mr. Mark Golden deal with Jamaican people so good. Mark Golden take 80% and pay and give to them and give to Jamaican people. The
80%.
charities, including food for the poor. And
everybody a benefit from Mark Golden's salary. Andrew wanna still lie. Say Andrew wanna still lie, say I give back fee pay. And next time I can come and tell him say Anna say it work. He can't get it back.
So nobody can tell me say Mark Golden no care. No Mark Golden care for Jamaican people.
That is why I said the PNP them what listed on the labor right then. Because if Mark Golden manifesto is something, hey, to a Mark Golden manifesto good and resonate, yeah, Mark Golden manifesto connect with every blood clot body in Jamaica, you know. Mark Golden manifesto lift off nobody, you know, brother and sister. If Mark Golden manifesto is not good enough to make the PNP them get up off of their ass and make them voice be heard, me have to say the whole nation will be our nation of cruff. If the money, me not talk about Mark Golden as an individual, you know. Me talking about Mark Golden manifesto. If Mark Golden is the opposition at the time and creates a manifesto as an opposition and look in and all era when can make something happen for the people them, that for sure no say Andrew is not care about no. See? So if Mark Golden manifesto don't impress the PNP supporters them for God, my brothers and sisters, what you expect me to say? If the PNP no man, it look like money I run. It look like money I run or something, but something is wrong. Something is wrong somewhere down the line. Something is wrong. Hey, look on the nomination. Look out for 4 girl and sent a flight green tea if you see it from. What's her name? Miranda? Look for Miranda. Look how Miranda have the whole of blood. Watch out, something of wrong, you know.
A thief, then thief it, man.
So, where all of these PNP there? Where all of these PNP there? If all of these PNP come out, you know, they not, I'm not talking about come out in a party color.
Just come out.
I'm not talking about just come out in a normal clothes. Every PNP, every comrade, every manly heights, every socialist, if one of those put on the normal clothes and come out, then you can identify from who are Labour from who are PNP and make your voice be heard. You tell me say I saw no what list? I saw no what list? I not talk to the Labour them, I talk to the PNP supporters them. So una tell me now say I saw no what list? Then we never know someone have no ambition neither. I never did know. Because if Mark Golden manifesto don't impress you, don't motivate you. If Mark Golden manifesto don't motivate the PNP supporters them, something wrong somewhere down the line. Something have wrong. Eh? Hey, Cheryl, my boy, I mean, but I say this ain't even fool. Because we know if we not fool in enough town. And we can't say that, no, I want fool, man. And we just, what I say them are fool, we talk like Desmond Mackenzie and Abkar, like them have disability and ignorant and Marlon Morgan. Them are fool. So we say fool, no fool. But more to classify these people as fool. Because we know fool. Fool and normal something we say every day. This is a different thing from fool. I don't have a name for it. We don't have no name for call these people. Eh? We have to go check L.A. Lewis, make L.A. Lewis build one name for them. Because I don't have no name for call these people. Can I believe? May I talk to the PNP supporters them, you know? If Mark Golding manifesto don't motivate Uno to put on a normal clothes and go fight for phone right, something is wrong. And if you not sit down for Mark Golding tell him if you do, something is wrong too. Because nothing will go happen, not going to affect Mark Golding. Nothing what Andrew come in with cannot affect Mark Golding. So if you not wait for Mark Golding, if you come tell him if you do, this is cheap when you don't do not make Andrew kill him because you not eat that. And that's the simple truth. Oric, remember, you know, look how much money Andrew get. Look how much money Andrew get. Eh? And all of these money Andrew get. Andrew is still a think about for tax the Jamaican people. That means say Andrew not show no farmer remorse, not show no love to the people. Them don't care, you know. And yo, and the man on top of that, you know, them busy at thief taxpayer money, you know. Them a thief taxpayer money and a tax at the same time, you know. Yo, no man. I don't know. I just don't blood clan no. Me have 3 barrels for send to Jamaica. Saying, and it come like the Jamaica government them a sabotage people barrel or something. A lot of people send much barrel from Christmas and now they can't get them barrel. And me have 3 barrel pack and one send off and I watch what I go on. Saying, yo, I don't know if you say a blood clot. I just don't know if you say. Because we never know saying in 2026 people that still so stupid. In 2026 you still have die-hearted voters. In 2026 you have die-hearted voters. Eh? When so much things are going on in the world, you have die-hearted voters. Eh? In 2026 you have people that say them are die-hearted. They now vote with policy. They now vote with upliftment. They might vote because they are die-hearted. I never know. Yo, this is true. Yo, boy, I'm not lie. This is more than madness. Nothing at all can affect Mark Golding. And that them don't know. Nothing can affect Mark Golding. And matter of fact, none of the MP them. Nothing can affect them. Only people are going to suffer. I don't know where I cuss on social media. And the Labour and the PNP them. And them are going to suffer. And them, remember them, this tax, how we think the tax, this new tax, how we think it affect? The Labour and you think it affect Mark Golding? Mark Golding not feel this. The MP them not feel this. And the regular people them are going to feel them attack. The regular people are going to China every day. I only are going to feel this. The regular people who drink and smoke. I don't going to feel this. What I expect? What's your man? Right now, I just, like, I can't be bothered there, man. Like, I can't be bothered. Yo, I can't be bothered there, man. Them people, yeah. You have know them people and them people are going to dead off a bush, yeah, man. Them people. I have something queue up, you know. I have a whole lot of things queue up, you know. A whole lot of things I have queue up. A whole lot of things. But I don't have the vibes about Mbara and Scott, yeah, man. Because them are people here, them have to just go through, them have to just go through some hardship here, man, and figure it out for their own. Talking to these people is a waste of time, yeah, man. Them are blood clot people in Jamaica. Them are just some shit in a place, some worthless Jamaica. Them are blood clot people, yeah, man. I can't waste some time on them people, yeah. You have to just make them dead. And who dead if they close to you, if you feel like I got the funeral, I got the funeral. But you have to allow them a people, yeah, man. My people are not so on purpose, you know. My people never deserve a blood clot live. Because living without a purpose and live without dignity and live without having nothing, just live as a pauper, you're just a shit up a land. You're not so on purpose. That is why I mean Elon must say a majority of the people them around the world who can contribute to the system that they create, who don't have no use, in call them handicap. Not in my own term, but what I say, I basically say the people them who really can't do certain things. When I know about computer and can't do coding and can't do some things, them are going to pay them. The government are going to pay them. See? Because they can't contribute, them are going to pay them. So for them purpose now, it's just for them try new stuff on them. The government are going to take over them and pay them. Because they can't contribute, they can't go into the work field. Because they can't do coding, they can't do certain things, they can't use computer. And the type of farming they use to cut out. And it's going to be illegal for raise goat and cow. It's going to be illegal for your own backyard garden. It's going to be illegal. You have to have a bird paper for your animal. And it's going to be so hectic, so a lot of people just not going to raise no cow and goat because it's going to get so hectic. A lot of people will come out and raising cow and goat and just go to the supermarket. And everybody will get, hey, the type of world them are create up. The type, remember, you know, look in America. Look how much rapists and murderer in the high places. Rapists and murder in the high places. And the system in America will fight against these type of crime. And them are Sheely. Honestly say real mad. Honestly say real gone crazy. Honestly say real gone crazy. Honestly say the same law where these people write. And say them are going to abide by it. Honestly say them are break it to accommodate them corruption. Same thing what happen in America, same thing happen in Jamaica. You know, say Andrew is try to change up every law for accommodating corruption. Trump do the same thing in America. Honestly say the world gone mad. I want to run down. I want to run down all of these things I want to have no use to. No. I want to run down. Eh? These people are running all of these money where them are going to need permission to spend. I want to have sense. Then tell we lie about Christianity. Then tell we lie about history. Then tell we lie say them carry from Africa come to Jamaica when that is a life and a pit of hell. Then tell we lie say Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica and that is a life and a pit of hell. And people still continue with this fuckery in their consciousness that is misinformation to people. Just because the colonizers say Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica, some people are walking and tell people like the gospel, like them know for a fact that Christopher Columbus discovered Jamaica. Eh? These are the type of people we have to deal with. The people them don't question nothing. These are the type of people we have to deal with. The world mad. That is why I'm telling you say spirituality are the thing. We say Africa is the way. Remember them give the name Africa, you know. And if you ever talk about Africa, you have to talk about America, because remember them up upside down. I remember America have the biggest pyramid in the world. I remember say most of the hills in America are pyramid, hide it. And when them not hide them, bury them cover it with water. And build when them not cover with water, them build park over. You know what going on in the history of America. Go do some digging in the Grand Canyon. I want to know the history of America. I want to talk about Africa. Which Africa? When you not claim Africa identity, when you get repatriation. I want to forget repatriation when you claim Africa for an identity. Only the daughter and son of the soil. All of these misinformation and put in our history is lie. As Satan can destroy the good things we have going on. and write theme idea of things, put in the Bible, and say for class your hands and close the eyes. I will create Christianity. This Christianity when I run with, I will create it. This Christianity when I run with, I said this is the way and the only way. Who create this religion? Who wanna get this religion from? The Christianity when I run with, who wanna get it from? Who wanna get it from? At them telling us when you come from Africa and accept it. Remember, you know? At them telling us when you come from Africa and accept it. And then trick with blood clot parents. For make we start up, for make them we operate a business in a government name. In a government name, how can you born from your mother and father and do your business in a government name? How your mother and father fi be your God because them create you? And true, they don't want if you know how things work. Them take out the woman out of the Bible and say the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That means that the Bible promote homosexual. And some people can't see it because them too distracted by the narrative. The Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Then take the woman out of the Bible and call them ghosts. The Holy Ghost, the Virgin Mary, and the Holy Ghost. When time our life experience, shall we say, and when time the masculine gender and the feminine gender connect, magic happen. On the life experience and showing say I saw on our daughters and son come about. So why only in the Bible talk about Father, Son, and Holy Ghost? When time on a life experience showing something different. But because these people go into the Bible, on accept it, on no question nothing. On no question nothing. And see America now want tie Christianity to the government. In America, they want tie Christianity to the government. America create the body fucking, you know, and Europe, you know. And enough demon make up the America government, you know, enough demon in the high places, you know. And these demon advocate for Jesus. The local brethren then put on calendar and send them come to Jamaica. And remember the local brethren when they put on the calendar with some maca tree on their head. And remember the brethren there. And him never come back for come and him them a try use now to conquer the world again. The brethren there when they used to put on calendar with the open maca on their head. And him them a try use now, you know, to conquer the world again, you know. I can't tell you about which blood clot Jesus. The brethren on the calendar, who is somebody's boyfriend. You never know. The image what them put to represent Jesus. You know him a gay in a real life. I'm not going to do some deep dive into that. The brethren with the open macaroni in head. Where as I look at you, them using in my grandmother's living room, pan calendar, and then you used to put them in a picture frame, but them picture frame they come like a cloth. More to call it like a picture, but more like a cloth material like rug, similar material like that. With a bridge in there and the maker, and some hope a light behind them, we don't hope a maca around in head. And he never try to use win over on again, you know. And that guy is a gay. Go do no own research. Go do no own research on that guy with the over maca tree on him head and see if him is a gay. He's a boy, he's a lover, he's a man lover. A man to man thing them deal with. And then remember these people create. These people write the Bible and go now. And King James saying one piece of the Bible, so them take piece of it. And all of these pastors say claim so not holy. Enough of these pastors, you know, we run church in Jamaica, you know. You see, if you need to deal with spirituality, you're not better off, you know. You see, all of these energy, we not try to put in the Jesus for them go, no. You see, if you need to that use the same energy there, evaluate in your life and I put that energy on yourself, only that get spiritually awakening, you know. Enough of these pastors, you know, if you need to invest all of this time in yourself, only that get more spiritual. Because spirituality, the only thing we have in common with spirituality. There is no such thing as religion. There is no such thing as Christianity. It is a man make up thing. But your spirituality is forever. That is why you have so much different religion. But you only have one spirituality. And many religion. So which one you not work with? The religion or the spirituality? And everybody remember we're a spiritual being and a physical being. We have to tap into the spiritualness in a way. Remember, them say we have dominion over earth. Yes, we have it. But we tap out of the God consciousness and start running the matrix and lose it. And start live for the flesh alone. And forget about the spiritual part away. And only live for the flesh. And the flesh are going to always desire things. So the flesh that desire big house. The flesh that desire this. The flesh that desire that. Warm to the spiritual part of you. You don't need to connect back to that. And the spiritual part I want to go point to back to nature. The people, the world lost, you know, man. The world lost and empty. The world lost and a base Zambia walk around on the earth now. 99.9% of earth a base Zambia walk around. We in a problem. We in a problem. And you see people them at the top, them know the spiritual awakening are going to occur, you know. Them know the spiritual awakening going to happen. Them know. So what them are use to counteract this? Them are push them AI system. That is why them remember, you know, them are work fast and it's them original speed, you know. In a real life, you know, the powers that be afraid of our spirituality. So they want make us push through them AI system. They want make us push through the connection with church and government because them still want religion to be the big thing for we. Them now want to become spiritual. Because when we become spiritual, we're going to see everything what them say and do, it don't make no sense. And them afraid of that. That is why I see them a plan for ban sports out of America and Sunday. And Sunday become a worship day and a day for the family. You don't know what I go on, you know? You don't know what I go on, you know? So them want tie Christianity to religion. But from long time, me and all the two of them work together. The three of them are matter of fact, the school, the church, and the government are one entity split up in a tree. Divide and conquer. You didn't go to school for education. You go to school for get program. Three entity, them split it in the church, the school, and the government. That are the three weapons we farm against we in this time. You see, by now in December, a lot of church in Jamaica going to close down because a lot of people are going to get back spiritual. A lot of people going to see Christianity and religion is a flaw. And people have to go run back to themselves. And the journey, a lot of people get them a spiritual awakening. Because You see all the corruption we saw go on, in order to fix it, it have to expose. So, at no point in time, don't think that these people are win. Because when hide from you, it's all continue as normal. But when you come in at the open and you know about it now, you can challenge it. So every corruption when you see are exposed now, my brothers and sisters, remember from the get-go, I tell them we're in a revelation time. And it have to expose in order for we can destroy it. If it don't expose, we don't know say it exists. So stand firm. Hold tight. And remember say spirituality is the key. No make no pastor, no make no deacon, no make no prophet telling you nothing. Spirituality is the key. Because every prophet we come talk to, you know, I because them spiritually inclined. Why them can't come telling you that? So instead of them for come telling you, why they not teach you how to get spiritual? Instead of come telling you to come sow a seed and pay for your blessing and come through this big tides, because the more you give, the more you will get. Why them not show you how to become spiritual like them? The earth is the Lord here. And I'm telling you something. You have to start walk barefoot. As you hear what Asha 11 say. You need to start walk barefoot. You see me used to in Jamaica, my wife come to Jamaica. My wife never used to like when I walk barefoot, but as a youth always like walk barefoot. Like, my wife say, baby, you can't put on your slippers. And I say, no, I like walk barefoot. And more time she bring home slippers from England come give me in Jamaica. I'm worried. As she bring it, I wait 2 times. And then I put it one side and barefoot and I walk. So that is why I'm so powerful now. That is why I'm so powerful now. I'm going to leave you with something for tonight. You never wonder why them call the little part there on the shoes the insole. You never wonder why? The part in the little soft part of them put on the shoes and call it insole. You never wonder why them call it insole? Big up on yourself here until look more from now. One talk on TV. And no for no need to evaluate on yourself. A lot of you need some self-check. You check on yourself, man, before you reckon yourself. Check on yourself before you reckon yourself. You need to evaluate on yourself. And look upon the way you live. And see if a son really want to live. Or no mama can live a said way like owner. Or no son no mama live a said way. Or no son no grandmother live the same way. Or no can say no mama can live the same way. And you no want to live the same way. You need to evaluate on yourself. Evaluate on yourself. You need to evaluate on yourself. You can't work with one day belly full. You can't depend on somebody to come feed, you know. That is not the way to think. Marcus Garvey said any leader depend on one next man to feed him people them. That leader will enslave them. I'm going to play something again Marcus Garvey say. On my phone there. I'm going to play something again what Marcus Garvey say. Because this is what Marcus Garvey say. Wait there. This is something I always have to play, so I'm save this.
Marcus Garvey addressed that years ago. Marcus Garvey said, watch out. You see ministers who involved in the welfare of the people, we should have paid them big money. Make them have all the luxuries. Make them family have all the luxuries. But guess what Marcus Garvey had to it now? Marcus Garvey said, prime ministers, wives, our husbands should take responsibility for the welfare of the prime minister and should keep account of everything where the prime minister or prime mistress is doing as the leader. And wherever you find discrepancy This is Marcus Garvey, you know. Wherever you find discrepancy, after you have given them everything, you must make them be so comfortable that it's very difficult for them to get corrupt. But after you find that they have been corrupted, they should be placed to death. They should be placed to death. Them should be killed. Marcus Garvey said that. Marcus Garvey said, look here, yeah, nothing wrong with, you know, Prime Minister and the ministers who have this and have that. Put them in a big house, make them a big car, make them do all, make them family who will live with them, but make sure the wife get accountability for all the things them in the house, this and that. And wherever you find discrepancy, the wife and the minister should be placed to death. It's Marcus Garvey philosophy that. Because him say, if you have a poor man around your life, him going to want to dig out something out of your brains. Him needs must be met. So if the state meet the need of the leader, then the leader must be accountable for what is happening. And the wife or the husband of the leaders, that include the ministers of government. Now, I have said this time and time again, you know, any government will come to power and declare that, look here, you see, if you find any discrepancy in the government, the person who is in charge of that ministry should be hanged. That is capital punishment. Me, I go vote for that.
Me, I vote for that. Until them time there, big up on yourself. Heart full, yeah, man.
Everything is within time.
Look more.
The truth live within you. And if you want to find God, you have to find God within you. And you possess of good and evil, so always remember, don't yield to the evil force. Yield to the good. You know why if you yield to the good? Good will always prevail over evil. You manifest the activity of the thinking in case you never know. So you create your physical experiences through the way you think and the way you feel. Through emotion or intuition or invocation. And always remember, anything at all where you send out there in the atmosphere, it's coming right back at you. So always have a positive thought, positive thinking. Think about the good. Anything where you ask for in life, you will get it. You don't go and like say just stay too long to get to the car. Everything is within time. Your time is your time. My time is my time. Your shine is your shine. Your shine could be my shine. My shine could be your shine. But we are all shining stars.
Black Beauty and the Woolworks, Delroy the Woolworks, Beverly the Woolworks. Big up on yourself. Until them time there.